So that's really sad. And 30 minutes in the temple. So I was planning to do the cat temple for you guys. Let me see if I can sneak in through the back real quick. He looks like he's about to close it. See if I can beg him to let me stay for 5 minutes.
No. Sorry.
Too bad. Okay. Man, it's supposed to be 4:30. Hey guys, thanks for joining. You'll see the beginning of the stream for those of you that are just joining. I was trying to go into the cat temple. I planned for that today, to take you guys inside and look at the cats, the Maneki Neko cats, but they unfortunately closed the door. On the internet it said 4:30, but it's only 4 o'clock right now, so I'll have to do another stream here someday. But anyway, over there you have all the cats. You might have seen the famous pictures of all the beckoning cats. That was my plan today. Too bad. Well, let's make do and do something else. I think other people came here too and they're confused. Like, people are walking around like, what? What are you talking about? Why is it closed early? They're checking their phones. Maybe he just didn't feel like keeping open much longer. Oh well, okay, so I'll come back and do another stream here in the future. Yeah, I know a lot of people would have liked to see the cats. Actually, the reason I came out here was because one of my followers on Reddit messaged me and said that his daughter had left one of the cat statues there and wanted to see if they can find the same one. So I planned to come out and show him. But unfortunately, I'll have to save that for another day. So if anyone was on my Reddit stream before this, you saw I was kind of rushing. I was just walking in a straight line. I wanted to get here at 4 o'clock, so I had 30 minutes to film inside of there. That's why I was kind of hurrying. And it didn't really pan out. It's okay. We're gonna walk around and see some other cool stuff. Today will be a very kind of typical stream that I normally do on Reddit, where we just walk around kind of quietly in a sort of suburban neighborhood. Nothing too wild, not a whole lot of activity, just kind of low-key suburban lifestyle. But maybe we can see some ume. A little bit of ume over here. It doesn't look like it's fully blossomed. Let's take a look. The front of the temple right there. Buddhist temple called the Cat Temple. think other people are trying to go in and see the cat temple, and surprised that the doors are closed early. I guess they're closing it early during the pandemic time. Look at that amazing tree right in the front there. Let's take another look at the ume and then we'll get walking. Okay, let's go. So I don't have any plan because I was planning to walk around inside of the temple. So instead I'll just kind of do what I normally do on my Reddit streams, and I'll just kind of wander around randomly. Let's go down here first. Kind of a random neighborhood. I guess you could say the cats are kind of a mascot. It's more of just the story of that temple, which I'll probably explain again when I do a stream there, is that there was this, I think he was a samurai lord way back in the day, and he was like caught in a thunderstorm, and there was this cat sitting in front of the temple, or I guess in front of the area, and it was kind of beckoning at him to come inside, and he got outside of the thunderstorm, and thanks to the cat. And so he named the temple or the grounds after that cat, Maneki Neko. And so that whole temple is kind of has all of the classic white beckoning cat with one of its hands is moving. And you can buy one of the little statues of the cat, and if you make a wish and you hold on to the cat like in your house somewhere, and you think about the wish all the time, every time you see the cat, and when it finally comes true, then you have to go return the cat back to the temple. So there's a kind of a shelf full of cats. You might have seen on the internet this kind of famous image of like kind of sightseeing and like Instagrammable places in Tokyo. There's a place where you can go set the cat down on the shelf, and there's a whole bunch of cats there. Look at that old garage there. Cart truck can barely fit inside. Oh man, they have all this bonsai on top. You see that? Look at all the bonsai. Can I zoom in? You can imagine it would be pretty noisy next to the train tracks living right here. There goes the train. Want to go see the train? Let's take a look at the train before we walk back. Oh, that was fast. Not really a train, more like a tram. It goes to some of these that you can see over here. It's kind of like there's no staff at the station. You just kind of walk on, walk off. You still have to pay though. How much does the transportation cost? For that particular tram, I'm not sure, but for just regular trains around Tokyo, if you go across the city from one point to another, let's say like 30 or 40 minute train, about maybe something like $3 or somewhere between $3 to $4. And then if you go, round trip, it's going to be about $7. But you can get some places really cheap, like just $1.50. It all depends where you're going, but it's pretty cheap, I think. Before we go back that way, I'm going to check if this other shrine is open. So the temple closed, but maybe the shrine is open. Let's see. So we're open here. Of course, we have our vermilion gates in the front. You asked about the traffic lights flickering. I think it's just on the phone. It's probably depends on the frames per second. I'm doing 30 frames per second right now, so. You should bow when you first enter underneath the gates. Before we go into the shrine, let's go in here. This is called a Tori gate. Someone mentioned already Tori gate. This red vermilion structure here. Oh, we got some nice koi in here. Some ducks over there. Do you have to bow down after every gate or just the first one? I don't know what the rule is. I bow every time just because. But maybe some people don't. Look at this cute little, they have like a little tiny Tori gate over there. See that? Little miniature Tori. Mame Tori. Alright, let's go into the shrine for a while, and then we'll walk back out because I want to go to the station area. Jason commented that the kids kind of ruined the serenity of that moment. Maybe on the way out I'll stop again. Wow, is this it? I could be wrong. This could just be just a regular stage for some kind of performing art, but it looks like a sumo ring. I wonder. It has a circle in the middle. Could be for anything though. It could be for some kind of ceremony, but it does kind of look like a sumo ring. I don't think they would bring sumo all the way out here to do it, so I'm probably wrong about that. But I have seen random sumo rings scattered around. I wonder if yeah, it's like an amphitheater. Okay, so the water is blocked for now. During the pandemic, all of the water has been blocked to wash your hands before you go in. Always have the two lion dog beasts guarding the front of the shrine at these Shinto shrines. This one's got himself a little pup. So you can collect your fortune here at the shrine. If it's a good fortune, you can take it home with you. If it's a bad fortune, right? No. If it's a bad fortune, you can leave it here at the shrine. And then the priests will discard them. I believe they will burn them. Oh, we're going to see something kind of cool too in just a second. I'll show you. So it's not polite to go up there and film inside the shrines. I'm not going to show you the inside. I'll just go film from this distance. Yeah, Omikuji. Thank you for that. Omikuji is the name of those fortunes if you want to search about it. Omikuji. I'll show you what this man is looking at in just a moment. At New Year's time, you can collect certain kinds of things from the shrine that have some significant meaning, like something that you want to pray for. For example, right here, this is Okamori. What? Sorry, why am I having I'm having a brain fart right now. Okamori? Wow, I say it every single time, but for some reason right now I'm messing up my. I think I'm just tired right now. Anyway, these are charms that you can buy. And then you can have them burned. So once the year is over, you return them to the shrine and they can take care of the burning of them for you. Yeah, they have arrows as well. Yeah, the arrows are here. I heard that when you buy one of the arrows from the shrine at the beginning of the year, wherever you place it in your house, you should keep it facing the same direction for the entire year for good luck. And then you bring it back at the end of the year to be burned. Well, it's a big, someone said it's the untidiest thing they've seen in Japan. It's a big, basically a trash bin, so it's, yeah, omamori, sorry, yeah, there it is. I'm mixing it, because I was reading the other one earlier. Yeah, omamori is the name of the little fabric pouches that you can buy, and they have different kinds of meaning for different wishes, different prayers. Yeah, I don't know if that info about the arrows, someone said cool info about the arrows. I hope it's true. So only one person ever told me that, so I never confirmed it. But it's something that sounds that you would hear, and often they have all these kind of rules for things in Japan when it comes to Shintoism. This is a Shinto shrine, but normally in Buddhism, you have the kind of moon here on different sides of the lanterns. I'm not sure if they have a different one there. But you see how that was kind of a crescent moon? And then you have this full moon over here. So I learned this one time when I was staying at a Buddhist lodging, where I stayed the night in the Buddhist housing, and I learned about the kind of Buddhist kind of customs and rituals and such. And they were saying that here, I'll show you again. You can see here, because this is a Shinto shrine, but there is a lot of mixture in Japan throughout the history. You can actually see the crescent moon through this full moon right here. There's a lot of mixture of the two religions in the history, so that's why there's lots of similar, like this is kind of a Buddhist style lantern in a Shinto shrine. But anyway, the reason for that is because at least in one type of Buddhism, maybe not all of them, I think it's called Shingen. I can't remember, it starts with an S. But they say that your mind is like the moon. And, just like the moon has phases, half moon, full moon, crescent moon, so does our mind. And so we should remember that, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're angry, sometimes you're, full of joy, but it's always sort of changing, just like the phases of the moon. So I think the kind of positive aspect to look at is, in the times where your mind is not good, it will pass, and eventually the phase will change and you will be happy again at some point. That's kind of the takeaway. And to accept that as a natural way of how our minds work and how other people's minds work. So maybe if someone else is being ugly to you, they have a bad phase of their mind right now, but give them a chance and it will change. Okay, let's go towards the station. I think it won't be very quiet. I told you guys I would walk through this area again to be a little bit more serene, but there's lots of kids and people talking, so I don't think we're going to have a quiet part of this. Anyway, I'll walk through one more time. Too many people. Try not to film people right in their face, so especially while they're praying. Okay, let's go. people left as soon as I left. So. But it's okay. We spent enough time there, so I'm going to walk back towards the station now. I don't know what the status of my battery is, but it's doing pretty good so far. I'm guessing probably another 30 minutes before it dies. Your guys' questions stop. I don't know if it's on my end or what, but I'm not seeing any more questions or comments for a pretty long time now. Can someone make a comment and I can see if it's my end? Yeah, it must be on my end because we have about 100 people right now. And I was getting lots of comments before, but nothing now, so I guess there's some issue. Wow, lots of comments are coming in. There was something stopping them. So there's a lot of comments. I missed a lot of you guys' comments. Sorry about that. No, I haven't set up a donation thing yet. I appreciate you asking. You want to donate to my travel expenses? Thank you for that. I'll try to get around to setting something up soon. I just haven't had time to do that. I set up my Discord and I barely have time to even check in there and comment, so I feel kind of bad. It's just kind of a ghost town right now. Well, not a ghost town, there's lots of people, but there's no like activity from me. Sorry I have to skip a lot of your questions. They all kind of came in late, so, and shoes, thank you. Sorry that I missed a lot of those questions. The only downside of using this app that I use is that I can't come back and read all the questions later. And YouTube live chat doesn't show all the questions after the stream. It only like selects a few of them for some reason. One thing that's better on Reddit is that I can change the brightness and the focus easier. On YouTube it's a little bit more difficult. It kind of does it on its own. Oh, you got notification on Discord, that's good. Yeah, a lot of people said they didn't get the notifications on Reddit still. Or it's like really kind of sporadic. Here we have the Maneki Neko face on. It's a shame I couldn't show you guys the cat temple. Yeah, I know. You'd think YouTube would be better for live stream. I think YouTube is probably really good for desktop live streaming, like in your room. You can have like 4K and, you know, full screen for comments and such. But for mobile, it's really limited. It's not bad though. It's pretty good. Yeah, thank you. You said you're glad that I mentioned the YouTube on my Reddit stream. I feel kind of annoying because I keep mentioning it so many times, but also some people still don't know it, so I have to kind of keep mentioning it many times until people kind of get more familiar. Well, it's good. We're making progress. Today we have about 100 steady people. There's definitely a delay on the comments though when I do this YouTube live streaming. I wonder what happened to White Boat's number 1. Sorry, I am reading the chat. It comes in late though. There's like maybe 10 that just kind of pop up all at the same time every minute or so. So I think there's kind of a delay on the comments in question. I'm wondering what happens when we get to like 1,000 viewers. It'll probably be really hard to answer the questions if they all come at once and they're all delayed. That's another good thing about Reddit. There's a lot of great stuff about YouTube, but Reddit, the comments are like live, and they're coming smoothly and easily, and there's no delay. It's really easy to figure out, like, people can actually respond to you too quickly, like while you're answering their question. This is the yaki imo. I think I called it something else earlier on my first stream. I think I called it sato imo, which is a different type of food. I meant to say yaki imo. I guess while you're waiting for your food, you can read some manga. Oh no, it's all covered in plastic, so it's more of a decoration. Maybe it's a manga about that restaurant. Quiet, lots of stuff are closed down on Sundays. Sunday after 5, so yeah, a lot of shops are closed. The only thing that's going to start opening will be the restaurants soon. Yeah, those were little Neko Daruma dolls. Maneki Neko Daruma dolls. Oh, this is a nice little alleyway, isn't it? Very Japanese alleyway. You have bicycles and you have the little delivery motorcycle. You have a little bit of ume right here. The ume blossom. Kind of traditional style housing. And you got this beautiful blue roof. This tile roof is called kawada. I like the blue one. It has different colors. They have red and like metal and like black looking color. Not metal, like kind of a metallic. They have blue and red and green, black, silver. I like that kind of blue one. It gives a little bit more color to sort of the more brown and gray surroundings. And then you got this little train tracks. House over there has the matsu tree sticking out of the front yard. This is why I like this neighborhood. This is kind of a really typical kind of charming Japanese suburb. Yeah, I agree. So YouTube has better quality from the viewing standpoint. Reddit has better quality for the interaction standpoint for the viewers who are trying to comment and ask questions. I think that's a pretty good summary of the differences. Oh, you said the Reddit interface isn't that good for viewers. old dusty bookstore in there. Now we're getting closer to the stations. You see more like, coffee shops and such. There's a cute little 7-Eleven here in the corner. Questions froze again for a few minutes. I haven't seen a comment or a question in about 5 minutes. These are my favorite tree, these Matsu trees. Always call them the Dr. Seuss trees. Looks like something out of a Dr. Seuss book. Yeah, I guess when I had about 50 people watching, the comments come pretty quickly, but now we're at about 100 and the comments keep freezing up. This might be a downside of I haven't actually used the YouTube app yet. I've only used this third-party app, so maybe I'll test out the YouTube one and see if that has any improvement. But I can't control the resolution and frames per second unless I use the app. Yep, still haven't seen any questions in a long time, so I'm sorry. If you feel like I'm not answering your questions, it's because they're not coming through. Here they come. Now they all come. Hard thing on this app is I can't catch up with all the old questions. Yeah, sorry I'm not going to do questions, guys. A little bit different experience than Reddit, where I can answer the questions much faster. Like we have a little bit more long streaks of silence on YouTube stream where I can maybe see your questions every few minutes. Oh, now all your questions are coming in. Are fruits and vegetables expensive in Japan? Yes, they're very expensive in Japan compared to what you might see in other countries. Fruits are expensive because a lot of them have to be imported, and also there's kind of a history of fruit being expensive in Japan because it was always considered like a delicacy or like a kind of a luxury gift. It would be like a really special gift that you would give to someone for a high price. It's just kind of always stayed expensive. Vegetables are expensive. I don't know why, but they usually are in Tokyo. Prices for produce is not that bad outside of Tokyo. Like when you get to the countryside, I guess compared to Tokyo, it's not that bad. And you can also get bigger size and organic as well, easily. Sorry, I accidentally clicked out of the app for a second, so you might have a skip in the connection. I'm trying to read the comments. It's not as user-friendly on this app as Reddit. Reddit is much easier for that. Let's take a look at the prices around here. So what do we have here? For example, so this would be almost 650 US dollars for about 16.7 square meters. So it's really, really tiny. It's just a little small square of a room. You can see the layout here. You have a little bathtub and toilet and sink all in the same room, right next to a kitchenette with a little small studio space and a balcony. Really tiny, but also pretty cheap. Up here you're gonna pay for about almost 1,000, a little bit over 1,000 per month, and it's about 33 square meters, so it's pretty good size. And the toilet and the bathtub are separated, so it's a little bit better scenario for 400 more. Nothing special, but This one's not bad. So this one's about 900 per month, and it's about 36 square meters, and it has a little separate room as well, so that's good. Oh, sorry, I missed a lot of your questions now. Okay. Oh yeah, super luxe fruits. Yeah, I'm gonna post a photo on Discord or on Reddit later of some fruits I saw the other day that were incredible, like $400 melon and really, really expensive oranges and stuff like that. I'll post that later. People walk around with pet cleanup kits. Yeah, that's right. People walk around and they pour. I mean, you don't even really need a kit. You can just have a water bottle and people pour the water on the dog's urine on the pavement. Basket of tangerines for about $20. Yeah, that's right. I start to forget the price outside of Japan, like in the US. And then when I visit places like the US or Europe, I'm always so blown away by the price. I kind of like lose my mind in the grocery store and want to buy everything and like absorb everything and all the vitamins I can get, all the food and flavors I can get, because I can't normally get it for that price in Japan. So I end up spending way more money when I travel than I normally would, just to have the experience of getting cheaper stuff. So it kind of doesn't really make a difference. I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon. Maybe I'll show a little bit more. We still have about 90 people here, and I guess I still have enough battery, so I'll stay on a little bit longer, but not too much longer. Sun's going down and it's getting a little bit cold. This house has really nice ume in the front. Nice kawada, kind of a brownish, looks like a copper almost kawada tile. Matsu tree, really nicely manicured. Must be difficult to manicure that matsu tree like that. All the way, it's pretty tall. I get on a ladder for that one. All right, we'll just go down this street shortly and then end the stream. Plastic food here. I feel like if you're gonna buy plastic food of the soup or ramen, you shouldn't put it vertically. You should have it like laying flat so it looks more real. I know it's just a visual of what it's gonna look like, but it kind of takes away all the food should be sliding off the plates. It kind of takes away the feeling of getting plastic food. Someone said I should do Twitch. Yeah, I mean, I do Reddit and YouTube already, so I think I'll stick with that for now and keep that going. I don't want to confuse people by getting a third thing going. And a lot more people recommended YouTube than Twitch, so I just went with the recommendation. We'll see how things go in the future, but for now I'm just going to stick with these two and keep that going. love the way that this vine climbs on the tree, on the side of the building like that. Someday I'll have to take you into the pharmacy and show you around inside the pharmacy. Maybe if there's not many people in there, I'll go in. But I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. There's a horse. The link for the Discord is pinned to the top of my Reddit page. So if you go to my Reddit page, it'll be on the very top. The most recent comment. I'm gonna post this on YouTube, a walk around Gotokuji, but what's Gotokuji without the cat temple? I'm gonna have to do a whole nother stream with Gotokuji. Anyone who knows Tokyo and who knows this area would be surprised if they saw this on YouTube without including the cat temple. It feels wrong. That's what this area is famous for. But it gives me an excuse to come back. Oh wow, must be a new shop. So when a new shop opens up in Japan, the friends and like partners or suppliers of the shop will send flowers. So you can see these orchids right here. This is a custom in Japan. You will see these outside of the shop. That means the shop just opened. It's a brand new place. That's why people stop to look at it, because it kind of grabs the attention. So this has two. Sometimes you see like a whole bunch, like a whole row of them will be outside of the shop. I think it's a really nice gesture because it's kind of like a really like nice looking way to advertise a new shop. So like one, it's a nice gesture from the friends and the partners from the shop to send something as like a congratulations for opening up the place, but it's also a nice way to help them advertise because it's like a symbol in Japan that this is a new place. It grabs people's attention and they come over and they look at it. That'd be a nice custom to export out of Japan, I feel. Even if it's not flowers, just something like that looks nice. It could, you know, whatever the local flower or plant of that area would be. Uh-oh, we have dog. There's a dog. Internet's hero right now. The Shiba coin. Sorry, I said Shiba coin. The Shiba Inu. Dog coin. I'm not going to go into a toy store today, but sometimes we do go into the toy stores. I'm going to be ending the stream soon, so I don't plan on going in. You can see what's on the outside though. Lots of Thomas the Tutu chain here. Quiet day here on a Sunday, especially for a suburban area. I think there'd be more people just walking around and doing things, but it's a little bit cold now, so I guess people are just staying inside. Yes, I will do the cat temple another day. Probably not soon because I don't want to come all the way back out here. So quickly after being here. So I'm gonna try to go to some other places for my other streams. Okay, I'm gonna be ending the stream in just a minute. I want to say thank you to you guys for watching. This is my 3rd YouTube stream now. Numbers are growing, that's good. It's a pretty good one, despite not being able to get to the cat temple like I planned. It was a pretty good stream, I feel. This is a cool area. Maybe I'll come back here in the summer. It's kind of fun when it's like nice weather and things are really colorful and there's lots of people around. I felt like it was a little bit more solemn and gray and quiet here than usual. I've been to this area many times. I think I did a stream here as well once at nighttime. It's kind of a fun area. Kind of has that old, charming, traditional Japanese feel, but also kind of hipster feeling and lots of character. A little bit quiet today, but it's a different face of it. Is there a way to support my work, Patreon or something? Yeah, I'll create like a Patreon or something. People have been asking me that for a while now. I think I'll make it, and I'll post it on the Discord. Thanks for asking. Yeah, or Venmo or something like that. Getting cold. Yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate the comments. Okay, thanks. We'll see you next week.